I gotta say though, yeah, Carney is stepping into into the political arena with, I think, like a surprising amount of momentum. And while he's still new to the whole electoral politics thing, he's going to prove to be a real challenge for Pierre Poilievre. And the latest polls suggest that we're going to be in for a tight race that's going to go right down to the wire. The polling on the leadership trust shows that Carney leads Poilievre on a whole bunch of issues, especially the ones that actually decide elections, like U.S.-Canada relations. Carney holds a 47 to 33% advantage when it comes to economic management, a key battleground in this election. Carney is ahead 50% to 32%. But beyond any type of specific policy areas, Carney is just seen as a more competent and a stable candidate than Pierre Poilievre. When asked who they trust to handle difficult situations, 48% chose Carney compared to 35% for Poilievre. Meanwhile, 53% of voters see Carney as the more competent leader overall. These aren't minor gaps. They suggest a lot of voters see Carney as the safer, more capable choice, even if they're still unsure about him politically. But yeah, a Ledger poll puts Carney's Liberals slightly ahead, 40% to 38% over the Conservatives. But there's other national polls that suggest that there's a slim Conservative lead, 43% to 40%, making this one of the most competitive races in years. We've said that over and over again, but they just seem to be getting closer and closer as time goes on. So yeah, this means that the campaign is going to be it's going to be a crucial one. No party is heading into this with any type of upper hand. Things are going to be a lot closer. I feel like that's going to be one of the biggest questions, is relatability, because both Carney and Poilievre are polling about the same when voters are asked if they care people like me or understand what people like me are going through. I feel like this is important because Poilievre's like entire brand is based on being quote unquote anti-elite and this like populist guy who talks directly to regular people. If Carney is managing to keep up with him on that metric, despite being a freaking former central banker, that's going to be a serious warning sign for the Conservatives. And for all of his strengths, I would say that Carney's lack of electoral experience is going to be his real liability. Also, his lack of experience with the media. He spent his career in the world of central banking and economic policy, not campaigning and not doing retail politics. Poilievre, on the other hand, has been in parliament for 2 decades and knows how to play those games. He knows how to be on the attack. The Conservatives are already working to define Carney before he gets a chance to define himself. Their attack ads have focused on portraying him as quote unquote sneaky and tying him to carbon taxes, which is just so silly. It's a policy that's deeply unpopular in many swing ridings, but I feel like it's going to be obsolete very shortly. As he said, he might take away the carbon tax by the end of the day. While these attacks do stick and Carney could lose ground quickly, I feel like he's got a bigger upside than Poilievre than a lot of people are willing to accept. For Carney, I feel like the campaign is going to be about selling himself as the steady hand voters need. And that idea of I'm the candidate of stability in these chaotic times. I'm someone who can navigate economic instability and trade tensions with the US without having the baggage and the drama of Trudeau. For Poilievre, the goal is going to be on hammering Mark Carney as an out of touch bureaucrat and make the election about liberal fatigue. But the race is wide open, and both leaders still very much have everything to prove. Yeah.